Whoa, what's up everybody? I hope you're doing well. Today, we're gonna talk about fat loss. I'm gonna teach you about fat loss and I'm going to give you a spin on how to lose fat without cutting calories. Does that sound amazing? Who wants to lose fat and not have to drop calories? Yeah, this guy does, right? Come on, of course you do too. So I appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Click on that little bell to be notified when videos like this come out. Also our live chats. And bang, 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 give this video a thumbs up because the information will be fire. Now, fat loss. We want to remove the unsightly layer of blurred cottage cheese that is distracting the view of your beautiful physique you have lying under there. You basically have a down comforter wrapped around your body with unsightly cottage cheese kind of stuck in there, to use that term. Now, we want to get rid of that. Fat is simply stored energy. We need to cultivate the proper environment for your body to release this stored energy. Calorie restriction, calorie deprivation is not the way to do this, specifically long term. Most of the YouTube fitness Insta gurus out there simply drop diets or simply drop calories. That's the wrong way to go, because you will plateau, you've done it. You will hit a wall, you've done it. You will break down lean, healthy, functional muscle tissue, you've done it. You will reduce performance, you've done it. You will become skinny fat, you've done it. You've done that. This is not what we do here, right? We look to improve performance. Remember, Mike DOLCE, 4-time world MMA trainer of the year, the most successful weight management coach in the history of combat sports. Sports Illustrated stated Mike DOLCE is one of the most sought after coaches in all of professional sports. And that is a fact, my friends. ESPN called me a lifestyle changer, many other great accolades. Just to let you know, this dude knows what he's talking about, and I'm sharing this information to you for free. And most of what I say will contradict most of what these other juiced up fitness YouTubers are trying to tell you, because they're simply fishing for clicks. That's not what we're doing here. I'm simply here to help you, to educate you, to offer the most actionable, evidence-based, and mildly entertaining information to keep you watching long enough to change your life. So what is the tip here? Number one, it's going to be 2 tips. We want to consume high net nutrient foods, which allows us the least amount of total calories to consume to meet all of our micro and phytonutrient requirements. This ensures a high level of cellular activity. We're simply providing all the necessary micro and phytonutrients to the active, living, thriving, working cells to simply do their job correctly. If they do not have the proper tools to do their job, you will manifest deviation. That deviation will become insidious to your overall health, performance, fat loss, muscle gain, and all such things. We simply need to make sure we have all of the nutrients available at the right times in the right areas. You cannot do this by simply following a macro program. You must ensure your micros and phytos are allotted. There is no micronutrient deficiency. So we eat high net nutrient foods, which allows us a lower total caloric ceiling. We can eat less total food if we're eating the more nutrient dense food. That makes sense, I assume. The next part, and the most important part, the point of this video right now, is we do not reduce calories. Calorie reduction is the very last step of our equation. And oftentimes we don't have to reduce calories. But DOLCE, how do we drop weight if we don't reduce calories? Well, there's a few things. I won't go into the biochemistry in this video. I'll do a different video on the microphytonutrient importance of lipolysis and muscle protein synthesis. I'll talk about that a little bit later. For the purpose of this video, I want to keep it fast, quick, and dirty, as they say. We create a caloric deficit through energy exertion. That's the ratio here. If I'm burning, let's say, 2,000 calories per day, and I'm consuming 3,000 calories per day, then I need to drop a minimum of 1,001 calorie in order to create that deficit, to be at 199. 1999, right? There we go. So now I finally attained a deficit. But as a result of that, I will start to strip away, remember, some of the vital micro and phytonutrients, thus depriving my cells of the proper tools they need to thrive and assist once again in lipolysis, muscle protein synthesis, anabolism, and all the other vital functions of our physiology, right? We get that. That makes perfect sense when Uncle Mike tells it like that. So what do? We look to consume, I will look to consume a caloric surplus. I'm still trying to consume those 3,000 total calories per day. But what I will do is I will start to create a higher net caloric expenditure. I will start adding more activity throughout my day to increase my deficit, to approach a deficit. Now we take it a little deeper. When you put on that black belt like I have, you understand we do not need to attain a calorie deficit in order to recomposition the body. Because the goal here, my friends, is not weight loss. The goal is non-functional fat loss. I'm trying to strip the fat off my body, to scrape out the fat, as the late Matt Porter would say. I want to get that scraped out look, that dick, skin, thin type of shrink-wrapped physique look. In order to do that optimally, we need to maintain our lean muscle tissue. We need to try and grow that lean muscle tissue while reducing non-functional body weight. That is subcutaneous body fat, visceral body fat, but also edema, water weight. And then we go deeper. We look into total body inflammation. We look at the microbiome, some of these other areas. Again, these are multiple videos. I have about 8 different videos on this general series. So this will be part one of our new body recomposition series. We did a fat loss series that was well received. This is going to be the body recomp. I don't have a cool title for it yet. Maybe by the time I post it, you'll see something in the thumbnail. But this will be the part 1 video. You definitely need to come and check back because we're going to do probably a full 8-part series. We will break down how to balance your hormones. We'll break down some of the testing you need. We'll talk about the microbiome and how some of these synthetic toxic chemicals in many of these macro programs like sucralose, aspartame, acesulfame, potassium, all these synthetic sugar-free sweeteners actually have a negative effect on fat loss because they disrupt the microbiome. They create an inflammatory state and they actually manifest disease. Once again, we talk about cellular deviation. That's what these synthetic toxic chemicals do. And many of those in the macro world, the fitness YouTube community, they don't understand this because they don't have the experience, they don't have the education. They might have a good physique through all the super physiological doses of drugs that they take. They should simply run channels focused on taking drugs. They should not run channels focused on providing high quality education in the realm of nutrition and dietetics. Remember, we actually have a nutrition and dietetics certification course called the DOLCE Diet Certified course. We are endorsed by the NSCA, the NASM, and the AFAA. This is a college level course created by myself and my team of registered dietitians and exercise physiologists, all holding master's degrees in specialized fields that have created this. So any indication, any thought, any hate, any peanut butter and jelly out there, our information is highly credible, it's highly validated, and it actually is based in the world of nutrition and dietetics. Unfortunately, most of those in the YouTube fitness clickbait world, they are white belts in this. They take a bunch of drugs, they look pretty good, and then they have a platform, and then they use that platform to spew false information simply because they're just too dumb to know. They don't know any better. So they put the information out there, but these are like white, one stripe, like a yellow stripe white belt. They should have drug channels. That's fine. I can't be mad at that. I can't have a drug channel, unfortunately. I don't know enough about it, but I know a hell of a lot about nutrition and dietetics. Remember, 4-time world MMA trainer of the year. All of our athletes, the majority of our athletes, compete under USADA and WADA protocols. We have multiple time Olympic podium standards, platform standards, in the medal rounds. Many Olympics, many world title holders, many NCAA Division I All-Americans, national champions, and of course, inside the world of UFC UFC and MMA, professional boxing. The list goes on and on. We have hundreds and hundreds of high caliber, world-class, national level athletes who do compete under the most stringent drug testing protocols. Therefore, the information I share with you, my friends, is honest, it's actionable, it's valid, it's evidence-based, and it's not just some juiced up dude on YouTube screaming at the camera telling you what works for them, when in reality it's the drugs that work for them. And then they'll talk about, well, 20 years ago I was all natty. 20 years ago you look like dog shit. You don't look any better than most of the D1 wrestlers that we train right now that are drug tested year round. And these are kids, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old kids with lower levels of body fat, better packed physiques than a lot of these, one-time natties, now definitely not natties. I say this because there's a lot of pushback in the health and fitness world on what actually works, and you get a lot of these people out there who put the wrong information out there. Now, I wish they would use their platform to simply tell the truth. It would be awesome if they simply told the truth. Tell the truth, tell your truth of your experience. So if you're a juiced out mofo, tell everyone your drug stack, and then tell everyone what your nutrition opinion is for individuals who are taking drugs like you are. I can't get mad at that. I think Mark Bell does a pretty good job of that, and I definitely disagree with a lot of Mark's nutrition advice. But at the same time, I like Mark and I respect Mark because he's one of the few honest individuals who does talk about his prolific drug use. And then he eats all these other foods, right? That's fine. You can do that. So, that's just a little bit more context of why I speak the way I do. I'm straightforward, I'm honest, and my job here, I am the most honest man in fitness. I don't know anyone who tells it straight like we do. And most of the other individuals, they jump the shark, they keyword flip, they chase social media SEO hashtags. They're really trying to grow their channels through clickbait. We don't do that. I should do that if I wanted a bigger channel or this channel to grow faster. I'm probably not going to do that. That's not my personality. I am a coach, which means I am an educator, and I'm here to bring you the most honest, actionable, evidence-based information. If you appreciate that, bang, bang. Once again, give this video a thumbs up, my friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that little bell for notifications. And remember, keep checking back because this is part one, more of an intro. Remember, we create a deficit through expenditure, not through caloric restriction. Right? That's kind of the takeaway from this video, while only eating high net nutrient foods. And we will talk about getting a comprehensive blood panel, what exactly markers you should be looking for to ensure you're actually eating the right food for your body, but for your body in this current time and space in your life. Because me a year ago, me a year from now, I likely need a different variety of foods. All of my foods, all the foods of everyone we train is based upon blood work. Right? There's generalities, there's best practices, but without specific blood work, how do I understand if you do have a B vitamin deficiency, if you have an iron, zinc, magnesium deficiency? How do I understand if you have a hypo or hyperactive thyroid? If you have blood sugar insensitivities, if you have maybe a DHA pregnenolone imbalance, you have high levels of estrogen. There's many different things. Your ladies, of course, PCOS. There's many things, Hashimoto's for some people out there goes undiagnosed. There's many things, once again, to understand about recompositioning your body. This is a little bit of a fire hydrant, kind of spew here, because we have about, again, 8 different videos we will be talking about. So just know those will be coming down the road. I appreciate you guys for being here. And until next time, boom.